Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, race fan, here we go. Tonight we got Full Throttle Motorsports here, sim racing motorsports, that is. These guys, man, are looking to put it in the C Series here tonight. Now, I did figure out what they, how they do the points here. This is actually a full-blown, full series 38 races, but they break it up into A, B, and a C. That's why we say the C Series. Got the sim racing points here tonight. So it is the start of the playoffs as we have got qualifying underway. See who puts it on the time here. And while we're watching qualifying, as Pepto Joe right now is the man. Let's look. Richie Cote. Wait a minute. My bad. Let's go to it. Cody McKinney. Right now is the man on top with Richie Cote starting right there in second as far as the playoffs go. He's 8 points behind. Brody Hannah he is right there, man, in third. TJ Bartell starting fourth. Marshall Johnson up in fifth. Robert Milliken there in sixth. Kyle Milliken, he's in seventh. Ryan Chapman, they're starting, and he's in eighth. Bobby Terrell in ninth. Tony Solera in 10th. Wayne Grace, 11th. And Lewis Meglin, he's in 12th. That right there is your 12 drivers in the playoffs. Okay, see if I can't get a graphic or something up here for y'all sometime here, maybe next week or whatnot. Show y'all what the playoffs. Again, they split it up. There will be an A Series, a B Series champion, but as of right now, you have your overall champion, which is the driver standings, and then you have this playoff for the C Series, is what this is right here. So that's something that's going to be interesting to talk about. But Atlanta Hot Atlanta. These boys tonight gonna be cooking. Full Throttle, Sim Racing Points, Truck Series. Definitely go check out Full Throttle Motorsports.com. Get you up to speed on everything. They got a nice website, by the way, Brody. I got to tell you, that's a beautiful website y'all got. I really enjoy that when I go and look at it, by the way. Let me hear who your favorite driver is, who you're rooting for, who you're pulling for, who you got. Bobby Terrell, man, up top right now. Posting that quick time. J.C. Evans, he's along with him. Marshall Johnson. A lot of good drivers right here tonight. Michael Blackner, Richie Cole. Got a few machines still here. If they can't make a last minute dash effort to get what they can in qualifying. Got a pretty good field out here too, 21 drivers. Not bad. Not bad. Ought to be a good night, hot Atlanta. Gotta be careful at this place. By filing in, appreciate everybody tuning in. Bobby Terrell up top. Atlanta can get slick real quick. Fast style track. We'll see who wins it. Oh, right there you go. Look at that. Already got slick on him. Aronco. Right, yeah, that's right. That's why I just said there's going to be, this is for season C, the championship. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Jason? How you doing? Yeah, so it ought to be pretty good. Well, they're only showing 12. It does show 16 drivers here, but they've got a cutoff line of 12. Ah, okay, I see what they're doing. The cutoff line is for 12. That's how much the next step will be for 12. Okay, I got you. So 16 drivers. Flanagan's 13th, McKinney's 14th, Blackner's 15th, and Williford's there in 16th. So 16 drivers started out. 12 will get down to the nitty gritty. Again, this is just for the C series. You got your regular series. In a nutshell, it's going to be interesting. We're not going to concentrate too much on that tonight because, well, guess what? Got an awesome race. Let's show the grid real quick here. There's a man out front starting. Bobby Terrell, he's going to be the up top. J.C. Evans there in second. Marshall Johnson in third. Michael Blackner, he's up in fourth. Richie Coy, he's there in fifth. We got Burns starting in the sixth. Chapman starting seventh. Gracie starting eighth. Valera there in ninth. Bartell up in 10th. McKinney starting 11th. Joe Flanagan, he's in the 12th place spot. We look through the rest of this field. You got Meglin 13th. Duranco in the 14th. Melican, he's in 15th. Anderson up in 16th. Joey Flanagan, that is. Then we got Joe and Joey out here tonight. You got James Torrey, 19th. Dave Nestor in 20th. And Brody Hanu, he's right there in 21st. So good looking field. Solid machines here tonight. How you doing out there, gaming? CMR Gaming. All right. We're watching them come off here. Thought it'd be good. Got to be patient. Got to be mindful. Get this thing going. They'll always call that the stripper truck. Bobby out there. Wish you was right. Internet issue. Hey, I've had some internet issues the last couple days, man. I understand. Cody McKinney here. Oh, okay. So I'm going to say you're probably pulling for Joey McKinney. Is that right? Are y'all kin, by the way? Just had to ask. I didn't know. Pace cars in. Green flag. We're racing Atlanta style here tonight. Sim racing points. Woo! Already getting wiggly. We're off. Complete lap one. Bobby Terrell, well, he's out front, tearing it up right now. You got a good battle going on here for second. Oh, that's awesome. His brother, good deal. Well, you got to root your brother on here tonight, see if he's doing good. Right now, he's up in the ninth. Joey McKinney. Meanwhile, we got a side-by-side battle. Johnson, Evans, Coy, Burns, and company back here doing what they need to do on the top side. I'm going to say this more of a middle-bottom groove style track. But you can get that top side going because you get a little bit of loose. You want that thing. It can get tight, kind of slip up the track just a little bit. Meanwhile, side by side there for second. Johnson, he's going to take it. Evans kind of falling off the pace just a little bit up on that top. Here comes Coy on the inside, firing it off down on the back stretch here. Man, Bobby right now, he's got a fast, hot machine. Hot thing on the side and back. Hot rod up underneath it. Richie Coy, man, right there with Evans. Here comes the 99 of Burns. Let's see if he can't pull that thing up underneath and try to muster it up. Ryan Chapman along with him. Meanwhile, Michael Blackner, he's there in the 7th place spot. You got Tony Solera. He's looking smooth too. Milliken, he's back up to the 10th place spot. So everybody's kind of getting strung out single file. Kind of what you'll see. Then you'll see them kind of, pick them off one by one. Little cluster style battles as you see right there around about the 7th place spot. Joey McKinney and company. McKinney, Burns. Neck and neck, door to door, coming to the line. Gonna complete this lap. Meanwhile, Bobby's getting run down by Johnson. Johnson is trying to pull him in. That Caterpillar machine is digging some holes out there. He's trying to run down the man out front of Terrell. Boy, right behind him. Meanwhile, good battle from door to door here. Evans and Chapman coming to the line. They're going to scoot it on by. Meanwhile, Evans is going to itch his way out there for that. For the moment, Chapman says he's going to fire back to the inside. This doesn't look like that outside is the place you want to be. Whoa! Skins the cat right there a little bit and got his nose in front of him. Nice. Evans had to probably give him a little bit of room. Burns, meanwhile, there. So you got 4 trucks lined up. Nose to tail. That is a good drive. Backside view showing you what it looks like. Front side view here on the inside with Burns. Look at that run he's got coming off the turn. You can get momentum coming off that turn too like that. The problem is if you don't make it past him, it's almost like a Charlotte. When you go into turns 3 and 4, she can get a little bit tight. Watch him. He'll get another good run here off turn number 1 and 2. He'll go diving off down on the inside. A lot of momentum this track is. You don't use a lot of brake, if any. Hardly at this place. So that's the battle. 5th on back. 5th, 6th, and 7th. McKinney, Burns, Evans. Meanwhile, out front, Bobby Terrell, Johnson. They've got it on lockdown. There you go. McKinney looking good in 6th. He's done moved up. He done moved up. He done moved up 5 spots. Big time mover. Don't want to mess those tires up though. That might be the thing. You can actually overdrive your tires and burn them up at this track real easy. That's one thing you don't want to do. But there's a fine line too here. It's almost like Charlotte. Charlotte, you have to be kind of semi-aggressive. 3 wide almost right here. Hang on to it. Bull Richie's right in the middle of this one. Oh, he got up in the middle of the track there just a little bit. Slid up. Richie Coy. Hey, he was like, hold on, guys. That is not where I want to be at. Not where I want to be. Right behind him, they're battling. Chapman, Evans. But what I was saying about this track is like, you know, Charlotte style. You got to be semi-aggressive because you don't want to be too conservative. Then you'll lose too much ground, and by the time you gain it, well, guess what? It's pit stops and all. But look at this battle. Ryan Chapman on the move, up 4 spots. He muscled his way to the outside there of Richie. Boy, didn't see what happened. Evans and McKinney, here they come. Looks like Coy's a little loose coming off the turn. He's got that thing fishtailing. Richie Coy right now had a fast truck in practice. Right now is battling a little early with it. As you see these guys, they are all clumped up together. Marshall Johnson trying to run down Bobby Terrell out front. Not been able to do it yet. Those two guys have got their own race going on. As you see this madhouse back here. This is a pack racing. Look out, anybody's ball game. Wreck about to happen. Hopefully not. These guys have got control. Unfortunately, Richie losing spots. He's on the outside. Might have burnt those tires up just a little bit. Everybody's making it by. Robert Melican right there along with him. Here come Pepto Joe. Boy, you can see that truck coming a mile away. Got heartburn? He'll throw your peel out the window on the way by. Whoa, hang on to it there, Joe. About gave his own self heartburn. That's a good looking truck, though. I will give him credit. You can see that thing coming a mile away. Look behind him, Diablo. All these guys got some pretty good trucks. There's a good battle, too, here. We can just sit back and just watch this symphony of trucks here. Side by side, door to door. Hot Atlanta here tonight. With a full throttle Motor Sports here. Them racing. Along with it, Richie's trying to see if he can't get his footing back underneath him. Here comes Joe. Looking to the inside. He's got other plans. 3 wide. Maybe not. Hang on to it, Coy. Boy, Coy's just got that. You know what? From this point on, if that truck's that loose, he's in for a wild ride until pit stops come around. His crew chief's probably going. He's probably hollering at his crew, I need tires. What do you mean you need tires? You need to hold off that throttle a little bit. Joe and Joey Flanagan. The Flanagan gang. Man, Coy right now struggling. Yeah. If these are open setups, I'm not sure. Probably change tire pressure a little bit when he pits. That's about what I'm going to say he's going to have to do. Correct. You're going to have to tighten that truck up just a little bit. Because, yeah, he's got her stepped out sideways. He's got a little bit too loose, and he has lost a ton of spots. 8 spots. Hello, Brody. Put on, Brody. Hanu. He got a good-looking truck. He's back here, man, just hanging on. Being patient. Nicholas Moore right here along with him battling. You got Nestor back there, too, Dave. Jason Anderson and Wayne Gracie. James Gorey on pit road early. Go back to this battle up here, though. Robert Melican, McKinney, Blackner and company. They're making it look good. Well, oh, hang on to it. Who's that? Was that Joey? Was that Joey? No. 99. That was Burns. Burns had that thing cocked sideways. The guys are getting loose already fighting these machines. Except for Bobby. Bobby out front. And, well, he's gone. And there goes the truck through the... That was the Bronco. I probably thought he was in a Bronco, but... Because he went out through the infield. Woo! I can watch that one more time. I had a feeling he just lost it coming out of the turn. Chased it all the way down to the infield. Came up to the front stretch. Yeah, lost it. I had to chase it. Grabbed the grass. Lost it again. Went through, mowed it a little bit more. Held on to it, got back up there. Yeah, good save on his end. Okay. Meanwhile, that man has got a huge lead. Bobby Terrell with Johnson right there in second. Chapman third. Your top three spread out. You got J.C. Evans up to fourth. He's the one that's got the freight train with him. I hear you, Jason, man. What's up? Well, I appreciate the support. Got him back here in the back, J.C. Evans. Looking strong so far. Millican, he's right there with him. Robert, still working on his last name there, folks. And we got McKinney. Joey. Ooh, into the wall just a little bit. Hang on to it. Yeah, normally I would say you would get tight at this track, but what I'm seeing right now, you're getting loose. Awful loose. And these guys are getting bad loose. But it's a good race between them. Terrell out front, Johnson there, Chapman. That's your top three. Burns, Evans, top five. McKinney come. Folks, give me 1 second.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution. Uh-oh. Back and see what happened. Michael Blackner. Did he have help? Yeah. Somebody gave him Red Bulls and wings. Funny. Oh, Jason, man, I appreciate the 99. Thank you, sir. Wow. But Red Bull man around. That's not the kind of wings he wanted. Under caution first time. Folks, tell you what's been an awesome night so far here. Full Throttle Sim Racing. Them points. Them racing points, that is, excuse me. Step away, take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words: passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
All right, welcome back. Lights off on the pace car. Here we go. Pace car's in. We're going back green. First caution of the night here. Lap 20-some. Oh, truck around. Are you kidding? J.C. Evans. Several trucks around. That's going to bring a caution out. Spin the tires. Let's see. Man, we just came back from caution. Let's watch this one on a different angle a couple times here. Spinning tires. Yep. Ow. He spun the tires. Oh, then he got involved afterwards. Wow. That's what threw the caution right there. Brody nowhere to go. Ouch. Well, everybody just came in on this pass caution. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna say everybody came in. Let me that was actually guys back on the back, 22, Blackner. He did not pit. Yeah, he got caught into the wreck. The one before, the Red Bull machine. Why he did not pit? He should have pitted. Yeah, he just spun those tires. So he was the one who got. This is the earlier crash. Remember, he lost it. He got actually bumped in the back, spun around. Then he entered pit. Oh, it entered the pit as soon as he went green. Yeah, he never pitted. I don't know why. Not quite sure. Guarantee he pits now. Pit window. Let me look some information up here for you. Actually, the man out there. Hey, CMR. Still watching there, brother? A little bit of info maybe on what the. You know what? I can do this. Hang on. We got lights on the pace car. Gonna bring this man up here in the waiting room. We're gonna talk to him. Why not? Brody, join the booth. Get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you what, wild night so far.
Man, it's tough out here. There's no grip at all at this track whatsoever. I mean, we were trying to start in third gear and it was still spinning the tires. It's difficult. I warned everybody on the restart, but myself and the other people included just seem to it's very difficult, very difficult.
Yeah, I see that out there on it. Now, with that said, what kind of pit windows are we looking like here? I mean, now it might change a little thing since it's so slick.
Probably about 50 laps or so. I mean, on fuel, but I don't know if you want to do that on tires. It's going to be interesting because everybody's trying to save tires. That's why everybody's staying out. We only got 3 sets, so we want to kind of take take those to the end if we can.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, man, hang on to it out there and have a good one.
All right, watch this restart. It's going to get crazy.
I hear that. There you go. That's Brody, man, right there. So that kind of answers your question a little bit out there, Jason. He's saying 50 laps. I don't think they're going 50 laps. If I say anything, 30, 35 maybe. Your tires are going to be screaming at you. You know, we just went 25 laps. But you just also heard it there. You've got to balance it. These guys are not taking tires because they only got 3 sets. Well, if there's a bunch of cautions, you've got to manage those set of tires too. So you're going to have to be light on the throttle. And like you just said, these restarts are going to be wild. Yeah, on fuel.
Green, green, green.
Here we go. Pace cars in. Green flag. And everybody, you can just see how easy they are on the takeoff there because they know these tires. Wow. Bobby Terrell, though, he's on a different machine level. Right, not tires. Absolutely not. Yeah, let me just say this. You probably could go 50 laps on tires. You're going to be on eggshells by the time it's over. You've been riding on ice. You better have a heck of a setup that knows how to save tires. What do you think, Gaiman? Do you think you would take this thing the way you see these trucks? I don't think you'd take them 50 laps the way you see them. You're already seeing a lot of guys out here struggling, except for Bobby. Bobby out front, he's got the hot chick and hot car and hot truck, and he's good to go. Chapman right behind him too. This man, Robert Melican, up 12 spots. Wow. He's coming too. If he took tires, they won't tell me. He might have took some tires. Marshall Johnson right now, he's got Joey McKinney along with him. Those two guys going at each other. Here come Pepto Joe Flanagan.
Yellow flag.
Highline will eat them up. Yeah. Oh, yellow out. Not quite sure. Is this our stage caution? Might be our stage caution, y'all. I mean, yeah, you can go 50 laps. You can. Do you want to? That's the thing. I mean, are you going to lose so much speed if somebody else goes out there and takes tires? And I mean, a fine line stage caution. That's what I thought it was. Yep. Every week's a little different on the stage, but yeah. The winner of the stage, Bobby Tyrrell. He's been dominant. I mean, that man has had the truck all night long. Now, do you pit and take tires? Because I don't think, not everybody has taken tires. Not everybody has pit and took tires tonight. The only issue I would say with two tires is you're already dealing with a loose truck. Normally two tires loosens it up even more. I don't know, unless we're talking about late in the race, everything's going green. Maybe Bobby, if he has that lead out front, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I mean, you just heard Brody talk, and then you can see these trucks out here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you on that game. I'm in that neighborhood of not taking tires. You can see some guys. Most everybody here took 4 tires, except for Michael Blackner and Bartell. They just took fuel only. I think they took tires the last time they were in. Yeah, I'm with you on the 2-tire stop. Unless maybe 10 to go. I'm just trying to think of a scenario that you would even want to take 2. You would have to be, if the green flag stop falls with, let's say, 20 to go, and you were going to have at least an 8 or 9, 10 second lead. I mean, at least. You'd have to have a massive lead. Because the 4 tires would run you down. But if you get it to the right amount of laps, then you might just run out of laps trying to catch the guy. That's the only scenario I can see. But I really just I'm with you, Gaming. 2 tires here. Yeah, I wouldn't even try it. I mean, it's just, I think this stop right here we're going to see with the 2 guys up front just with fuel. Yeah, I'm with you, Game. It's risky. It is. Especially when I'm already seeing these trucks, and we just talked to Brody right there. These guys, the telltale sign's going to be right here. Blackner and Bartell, they did take probably 4 tires, but they took them, about 5, 6 laps, 7 laps ago, give or take. Now we're going to see how well Bobby Tyrrell and all these guys go blowing by them. And this would give you an idea of why you wouldn't want to take 2 tires. But you know what? Hey, Gaming, Jason, you never count it out. There's always that one person that might go, hey, it sounds like a good idea. It sounds like a good idea. In theory, it always sounds like a good idea. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, this is probably the closest right now we're going to get a good indication. Unless we get some green flag stops and it kind of splits the field up a little bit. We get, cautions and whatnot. And caution-style pit stops are going to be a lot different. But in our stage caution here tonight, Atlanta Motor Speedway. Not racing game, I hear you. You could have came up in the booth with me. I'm always welcome drivers. Not driving. Get to get a driver's perspective. Here we go. Michael Blackner, TJ Bartell, Ryan Chapman, Throttle and company. Here we go. He's slightly dangerous. He's dangerous with that girl on the side. Cautions do breed cautions. You did. I mean, that is one thing about it here. It won't be so bad now that they're all on new tires, but without those new tires, these restarts are going to be sketchy. New tires shouldn't be too bad. I think what Brody was talking about, what we've seen there with Richie, is how fast you can burn them up.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, racing. Ooh, the inside lane did not get going. Wow. Ryan Chapman did, and then you can already see right there, look at Ryan with those 4 tires. Whoop, and then here comes Joe. Yeah, so this already shows us right now what new tires versus old tires will do. You see these guys? They're just going right on by him, sitting still. Here you game. Yeah, 3 wide. So you can see Bartell only taking fuel. He's like a rock in water. They're about to just drop him. Unfortunately. Chapman out front. Now, Michael actually is holding on pretty good. Bartell just did not get going. Inside lane. Here we go. Side by side racing. There's old Pipto Flanagan on the outside there, Joe. He's coming up on the back end of Blackner, who has had a rough night with the Red Bull. He's getting stalked by McKinney. Bobby Terrell right along with him. They're door to door. Remember, Bobby's not been in traffic all night long. Dirty air, that comes into play. This place, man, actually, it is a tough place to pass once it kind of neutralizes out. But here you go. Now you're starting to see those newer tires come to work. Meanwhile, Chapman out front trying to hold off the pack. Blackner's just hanging on. Joe's getting pushed from behind. Here comes a 16 down on the inside. That's Melican. He drops it on the inside. Here comes Terrell. Bobby slinging that thing up to third. He's trying to run him down. He's bringing his partner along with him, Robert. Meanwhile, up front, Joey McKinney up 9 spots. Robert Melican, he's up 11. Well, they are the hard chargers here tonight. Love it. Right there, you can already see just side by side, and just give you an idea. Blackner, he's still holding pretty strong with those little bit older tires. You can start seeing it might start getting a little loose and tight on him. They're going to split the needle. I thought there for a minute. No, Joe thought otherwise. Meanwhile, up front, they're nose to tail. A look at this battle here back in the back. Go wide so we can just see everything. Battle for second. McKinney takes the top spot. Chapman's there in second. Bobby Terrell, he's up in third. Robert Melican, he's out there up in the fourth. Marshall Johnson, he's there with him. Here comes Joe Flanagan, got away. Yeah, and you can see, man, right now Blackner's falling back along with Bartell. But look at Joey McKinney. Bobby's trying to do what he can do. Ryan Chapman's there. Solid race for second as they go neck and neck. Getting close here to halfway in this one. Lap 65, that would be. Who is that? It's driving down the inside. It looks like Ryan Chapman. Chapman right now trying to see if he can't tear the back bumper up. Here, Bobby Terrell. If we can't ride on board with him. Look at him get the run. In the middle of the turn, he has to let up just a little bit. You don't use a lot of brake here, if any. So smooth coming off the turn, fires it off down the back stretch. Don't get mesmerized by them legs. Goes in just a little bit high. Truck got a little tight right there. He caught it mid-track. Thing is, though, he'll get to run off the turn here 4, almost like a Charlotte. Down through the tri-ovals here. Heads off into turn 1. Kind of arc it down in there a little bit. That was a good, smooth entry he had. Let it just kind of glide off the turn. Don't force it. Force it, you can end up losing it. That's where you get loose coming off that turn real easy. Fine line between hitting the throttle too soon. Here's where you can get a little tight. This turn here, he looked good that time though. Smooth, smooth. And look at this man here. Robert says, you know what, I'm coming on the inside. Now we're going to see what the pass looks like, how smooth he is. But just you get kind of bogged down on that inside. You can't let it drift up coming up here, and then you have to kind of fight the truck a little bit. It gets a little bit, you know, squirrely right there. Can't get the run off the turn. Still neck and neck with him though. 3 and 4. I mean, he still looks smooth. I will say that. Looks very smooth. My hat's off to all these guys. Looking very smooth. Not jerking the wheel, not yanking or anything. Not getting over, you know, we really can't see the throttle control because you have to have a pretty good throttle control here too. Especially when them tires start to just kind of like give up. No, Lewis Meglin, back here in 13, battling with Bartel, who was just constantly falling. You see Blackner right there along with it. Those are the two that did not take tires, and that kind of just tells you how important tires are already. I mean, that on paper, I know it seems like they'll be okay. They shouldn't lose that much, but we just see right here how much they already lost. I mean, even if that was a green-white checkered, they would have been passed. They wouldn't have lost this much. They would have lost some. Side-by-side race back here around 11 to 12. Good race here so far tonight. Full throttle sim racing here with the sim racing points. C series. And the reason I call it the C series is they break up their series from A, B, and C. They run a full series anyways. 38 races. But they break it up. I like that. It's kind of cool. So they have champions, an A, B, and a C, and then they have an overall champion. So we're in the C playoffs, but then we have the overall driver championship too. Gaming out there explained that. Duranco. Brody. Joey Flanagan. Now Joey needs to have him one out there called I don't know, Pepto Joey. I don't know, or Pepto 2 or something. Why can't he have Pepto also? Or maybe he can have the alternative to Pepto. What's the alternative? I don't know what the alternative is. I had to look it up, but I'm just saying. Have a little fun up here. Well, meanwhile, Joey McKinney out front. Well, as I say that, here comes Bobby. Bobby has run him down. No, not Ricky Bobby. And Bobby's about to take that pass. Who has dominated all night long. And is trying to put it here in the record books. And he's bringing Ryan Chapman along with him, so he's bringing his party. Joey McKinney, who has come through the field, who's done a great job. But you got Chapman. The one thing, too, now I will give my hat off to Bobby because he's been the only one I've seen do this all night long. He has, when he gets out front, manages tires and all. It's harder to manage. You have to be some kind of special of a driver, let me say it this way, to manage tires out front because you've got nothing to judge off of. You don't have a truck in front of you to go, well, do I need to slow up? Do I need to go fast? So you have to really be able on your toes, and Bobby has done an outstanding job all night long to not tear up his tires. McKinney right there. And that's also a testament probably to his setup, too, because these are open setups from my knowledge. Look at Chapman's going to go to the high side here. Milliken, he's right there along with him in fourth as they shoot off down the back stretch. You see McKinney's going to fall back there to third. Joe's trying to see what he can do. He's got a good setup machine here tonight. You know, I would probably have my truck start off tight, knowing that this place would loosen it up. What do you think, Gaiman? If I had a setup, I'd want it to be slightly tight at first, or really tight at first, knowing that it would loosen up towards the middle end of the run. But that would just be me. I really wouldn't want one loose right off the bat because it's going to get even looser. Let me hear y'all's comments on how you would set your truck up, how I would set it up. I want that balance feeling. Big battle right here for third and fourth. Joey McKinney, Robert Milliken, they're in the fourth place spot. They're going to duke it out door to door. Joe's going to sit back here and go, what do I got to do? Just wait. Look at that. PRSsetups.com, Premier Setups. Go check them out. Elevated Esports, MS Martins. Nice. Robert riding here with old Joe. Watching him do, oh, hold on a minute right there. He got a little loose on the inside. Here comes the Caterpillar machine back up to the front here. Johnson. He's able to, while these guys are battling, able to get back up here and see what he can do in the mix of it. And you got 4 trucks strong right now. Got another one back there. Nicholas Moore up 11 spots. Doing what he needs to do too. J.C. Evans there. Richie Coy. Haven't heard much from him. Meanwhile, there we go to the inside. Here comes the Caterpillar man. That's Johnson. Strong to the inside of it. That's a tough one. Atlanta's unpredictable. Almost because I've had the truck start tight and never loosen up, but I've had it in a build snappy loose. Track temps will play a huge. That is true. You would have to look at the track temps. I will say this: when I used to road race a lot, just real quick, when I road raced a lot, I didn't know what the track temp was going to be, so I usually did my setups on a hot track. That way, if I could drive that car fast, hold on to it on a hot track, whether it was loose or tight or whatnot, then if it was colder, then I definitely knew I could drive it. Okay, it was just going to be that much better. So that's kind of my philosophy or engineering behind it. Now that might have changed and might be a little different for oval racing. Worked for the road side of things. Look at Robert here. Right, yeah. That's why I would pick a high temperature, because like what you said, you don't know. Different parts of the track could be, hot, cold, et cetera. So you don't know. So that's why I would just all around say, okay, I'm gonna do it for a hot track. The worst conditions that I could possibly, stand, and make that car as stable as I possibly could and fast. But that's been years ago. I had a loop. I had to watch these guys out here. Nicholas Moore right now. And then you got to go back to driving style too. Some guys like a loose truck, some like them tight. I was more on the tighter side of things. That balance feeling. Didn't want that rear end trying to come around seeing me in the front. Like the man up here is. I think that's McKinney. What it looks like. Is that McKinney or is that? Yep, that's McKinney. Looks like he's got it way loose right now. Joey McKinney's fighting that truck already. We're at lap 67. They pitted at lap 37. So that's 20 laps into this. Or 20, is that right? 47, 57, excuse me. 30 laps into this one. So remember I said 30 laps. They could go 50 laps. But you're already starting to see guys fight these things tire-wise. So yes, they could go 50 laps, I think. As long as you save them. And I think we got a lot of guys out here saving tires. Really do. Let's go back to the back here and see. We got Alan Duranco right here with them. Lewis Meglin. Brody Hannon. Michael Blackner. Remember, they didn't take the tires. They're falling. Then you got to put around 10th place spots. You got Burns, Evans, Hoy and company. So, yeah, I think a lot of these guys right now have taken it easy. They're not abusing the tires, and if you don't abuse the tires, I think you will make it to the 50 lap mark. We talked about that earlier. But if you're out here racing a little hard, etc., you probably will abuse the tires, and they're going to fall off. So it takes us back to that. Can they go 50 laps? Sure. Do they probably want to? Probably not. But, hey, we're past halfway. If they can go 50 laps, then that would put them in the window of lap 80, 10 more laps. Which would actually be at 37, so you get 47, 57, 67, 77 would be 40 laps. So if they can go, if they're going to go 50 laps, then they're going to go the 80 lap mark. Be interesting. What do you think, Gaming? You think, Jason? You think somebody's going to take it to lap 80? As long as there's no caution, that is. There's a caution now. You're coming in and getting tires. Because you've already been out well over 30-some laps. I think at this point, yes, you go to lap 80. Right, yeah. And that's kind of what Brody was saying before. That just means you just be patient with them. Don't overdrive it. They look a lot better now. Whoa, wait a minute. As I say that, who is that? Oh, Joey McKinney. Are you kidding me? He was up front. Go back and watch what happened. He's right there. You see him, third place. Actually, second. Right about that. Second or third. Does he lose it just coming out? Yeah, he just lost it coming out of the turn. You see it starting to lose. Bam! Pops the wall. Bam! Pops the wall again. And luckily did not hit anybody coming back down on the track. But just unfortunately, mowed the grass. Well, there's your tire issue. Ouch. Now that's your tire issue right there. Now we got pit stops. Alan Duranco on pit road. So some guys are opting for almost that 40-some mark. I'm with you out there, game, and I mean you're at 74. I'm going the 50 lap mark. If I'm like Bobby Terrell, there's no way I'm coming in until lap 80, unless fuel just tells me otherwise. Maybe lap 81, then I know I can go 49, 48 laps, because right now he's already went. Well, lap 77 is only 40 laps. So if he goes to 85, Yeah, you can go the rest of the way. Yeah, now that brings up yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that one. That one's I just feel like at this point, Bobby at lap 76, where I'm at right now, yeah, I'm staying out. I'm going the distance. And I think these top guys probably will. Now, these are the first time we've seen a real green flag pit stops, a long green flag run. So it kind of tells the tale here. See Chapman, Flanagan right there. The Joe's going to try to peek on the inside. As the laps go on, that's where this track becomes harder and harder to pass. You don't have the grip, you don't have the tires to be able to just go shooting off down on the inside of this thing. Yeah. But you can get that outside, you might be able to make it. Just like Joe did right there. Robert the second. Rail, he's hanging on the first. Chapman falls back there to fourth. Johnson up to fifth. John Paul Burns up to sixth. J.C. Evans hanging on to seventh. We got T.J. Bartell. He's still in eighth, which, some of the guys are pitted. Remember, he didn't take tires, so he's out there on the longest set. This kind of tells us right now just how long they can go, tire-wise. Oh, you've got to pit. You just... At this point right now, you're at lap 80. I feel like Bobby and guys up front, which by just watching the Bartell did not take tires at lap 37. So he is on the oldest set of tires out here. That tells me right now that they can go well past the 50 lap mark. Okay? Or they can go 250 laps or more. And I think that's what Bobby is trying to do. If he can make it to, let's say, lap 85, 84, he's only got to go 40, 45 laps, which is less than what it was. And he has one set, like Gaming said out there, he has one set just in case a green-white checkered comes out. But let me ask you this, Gaming. Man, what it would be, though, is if a caution came out with 20 laps to go, 15 laps to go. And what do you do at that point? Because then you don't know if there's going to be a green-white checkered. Because if you don't pit, and there's not a green-white checkered, and some guys behind you do, a lot of do, whoa, you could be a sitting duck. If you do pit, and then a green-white checker comes out, I mean, you might still be okay. I don't know. That one's a twist right there. Bobby right now, he's been out front tearing this thing up all night long. Got that huge lead. 2.4 seconds. It has been a thriller here at Atlanta. Been talking about pit stops. We've had a couple cautions. We had a stage caution here. Kick off our C-Series playoffs here tonight. Gotta love it. The biggest move right here is man a second. Robert. That man right there. Biggest mover all night long. Good looking truck too. MS Martin Sports. Up 13 spots. So he's the hard charger here. Pepto Joe. It kills me every time I see it. Ryan Chapman. Moving up in the fourth, and now Marshall Johnson there in the Caterpillar machine. John Paul Burns. He's another MS Martin Sports. Got a lot of these guys. Oh, second place man's in pits. J.C. Evans on pit road. Okay. Joey Flanagan right there, too. FXBG Racing. Richie Coy. Victor Fuel. Lewis Meglin. Let's see if we can't sneak it right up underneath. He always got that Nerd Tunes machine. Looks pretty good. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That puts a wrench into that whole scenario there. It's a kind of wild one at that point. Wild card. So we do have active pit stops. Chapman's on pit road. Robert Melican, he's one of the first ones at the top there to come in. So I'm going to say anytime between now and then. I mean, anything now is just icing on the cake. I mean, as long as Bobby can maintain what he's doing, he's running. There goes Flanagan, Joe, on pit road. He ran a 33.76. Let's see how much faster these guys on new tires are. 33.76. We'll watch Roberts run. Kind of see what he runs lap times. Got to give us an idea, too, of just how much faster new tires are. I mean, unless we're talking seconds. Now, I don't know. You could be too far back and not make up the distance. Robert ran a 32.30 to a 33.74, so that's only about a second and a half, maybe give or take. I mean, that puts Bobby on another level with as old as his tires are. Wow. You got some of these guys running close to 34s, and then that would put almost a 2-second gap. TJ Bartell, Joey Flanagan in. A lot of them, but yeah, 33.73. Robert went a 31.73, so that right there was a 2-second gap. Now that's what I'm looking for between the tire difference. 2 seconds, yeah. That's huge. The Bobby needs to come in soon. He only has a 38-second lead. And a total pit time's going to take 43 seconds. So, ooh. I'm Bobby. You don't want to get too far behind. He's on pit road. Job. You don't want to get too far behind and run out of time being able to try to catch him. Robert's going to come back around him. Got Burns out fronters yet, so the top four have yet to make a pit stop. Robert's coming around now. Is he going to go by? Yeah, he's going to go by him. Not going to be huge lead, but it's going to be some. See here in a second. Yeah. About a 4-second gap. Let's see if those tires make a huge difference here. Les Flanagan, where's actually Bobby Terrell, excuse me, he's 9 seconds back. All depending on how much those tires are going to make that big of a difference here. We're getting down to the closing laps here tonight. Atlanta Motor Speedway here for the Full Throttle Sim Racing Points Truck Series here tonight. Right now, we got green flag pit stops, and everybody's about to cycle through, and it's going to cycle back to this man, Robert Melican, who pitted on lap 84. 6 laps difference between Bobby Terrell, who ran a 31.75 to 31.95. See, and that's just not enough on that 9-second gap. If it only maintains to that, and it stays green, Bobby's in trouble. He might need a caution. He'll just run out of time. I think Robert had the right idea. Pit strategies might play out. But I tell you what, step away. Take a quick commercial break here. Take us to the end of this one here tonight. It's been a good one, solid. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here in a few.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation. And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words: passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
All right, folks, here we go. Lay out the scenario here now for us. We're back here at Atlanta. Everybody has made their pit stops. Everything is set. As long as we don't have any cautions that mix it up here. You got Robert Pelican. He's there out front. Joe Flanagan the second. Bobby Terrell there in third. Bobby has to eat into that lead a lot more than I thought he would, because he's up that speed almost a half second to a second. So we got it down to 2.8, 2.6. Remember, he was back, way back. Chapman back about 7 seconds, though. So, yeah, Robert right now, Flanagan right there with him. Terrell trying to see, Terrell's going to see if he can't run in on Flanagan here for second. Tell me about Bobby might have stayed out too long. Robert actually pitted at lap 84. Bobby pitted at lap 90. Now, as I say that, Bobby is running him down. It all depends on how much trouble he has getting around Flanagan right here. He's down to 1.7 seconds. And he's still got a pretty good ways to go. I mean, he's still going to have, what, 15? What? Yeah. 10, 20 some laps to go here. So he's got plenty of time. Last lap, Robert has really slowed down 33.18 to 32.86. Bobby should make short work here of Flanagan. Flanagan needs to battle. That's what Robert wants him to do right there. Hold him up. It looks like Flanagan's tight, though. See that truck drift up the track just a little bit. Yeah, door to door. This is battle for second. Bobby can just slide right by. Oh, that's a good pass. All right. Now I'm going to say Robert's in trouble. I really think Bobby has enough time to catch Pelican. That last time was a 19 to 26. So I think he has enough time to run him down. Chapman back here, though. Him and Johnson going at it. Those two guys, that's fourth and fifth place. Look at that inside. If you just don't have the grip and the run, how it falls off ever so slightly. Johnson trying to run that inside. Chapman's trying to hang to the outside. Oh, touch of the wall just a little bit. Got a little too close. You can see right there, Johnson's wanting to try to see if he can drift up the track. What Chapman needs to do is pinch him down. Keep him down on that inside. Don't give him that outside room. Giving him just a little bit too much room in the middle of that turn. Chapman's truck could be getting a little tight too. Yeah, he's getting like tight loose. That's going to let Johnson roll on by. Meanwhile, it's a second gap. 9/10 back. That last time was a 35-25 between the two. 1 second difference between them. So does Bobby have enough time and enough tires with 22 laps to go to run that man down? At this point, you don't want to overdrive the truck. You don't want to push too hard. You just want to say, okay, I see him. He's right there. I got him. Joe Flanagan hanging on the third. I think he's pretty much safe because he's 5 seconds back here to Johnson. John Paul Burns up to 6. You got J.C. Evans there in 7th. Richie Coy, he's up there in the 8th. Lewis Meglin up 4 spots in 9th. And then Brody Hanu up 11th. He does have better long run speed. I'm looking at those lap times. Oh, yeah, now he made a huge gap right there, 25.74. So Robert must have slipped somewhere. Yeah, Robert's truck's gone loose on him. Look out. Yep, he's done. Just a matter of time. It's like Jaws. Cue up the music. So the tires have pretty much just gave away on Robert's end. Man. Well, you got to also look out there too, Gaming. He's got 6-lap newer tires too, along with that good long run speed, like you said. So you calculate all that in, and that's a heck of a package. Everything has worked out for Bobby right now. He's been the class of the field. Robert's not going to give up though, but look at that run in the middle of the turn. Coming off. He's there. Right on board with him here. With about 18 to go. Battle for the lead. Look at him in the middle of the turn. And because you can see Robert has to be so finessed during the turn, and that truck is just awful loose. You can see Bobby has the advantage of those tires. Here he comes to the inside. He's just going to shotgun right by him. Oh, he had to get out of the throttle, man. Look at Robert. Try to drive it hard on the inside. I mean, he might try to pinch him down. Just what I would try to do. Keep him pinched down. Ah, he gave him too much room right there. And Bobby's not able to get him this next turn. He'll just drive off into that turn. Bobby will. Well, say that. 3 and 4 seems to be a little bit better for Robert. Now, the longer Bobby does stay on that bottom like that, it does chew up those tires. So he's going to want to make this pass like right here. Not able to make it. Huh. Still a good race. Ah, Bobby went too high right there. Unless he gets a run off the turn. Oh, excuse me, Robert went too high. He got the run off the turn, though. Bobby was not able to get up to the top side. I think he'll get him here in 1 and 2. And still good race. Neck and neck. He is keeping the momentum. Oh, now he finally got him. That's all Bobby needed, was just able to get right in front of him. Now he can use his whole track up. That was a good run, though. Hats off to him. Very nice run. Oh, well, I wouldn't say blocking, but hey, that's the bad thing. You've got to, when you pass a guy, you've got to be able to find your own line. See, now right now, Bobby's just going to be able to use anything he wants, which is the preferred line. I mean, you got to find a way around that guy. I'll give credit to Robert. He did everything he could do. Everything. I think the tires just finally gave up. Bobby's got the better one. Out front, look at old Pepto Joe hanging on here to third. Johnson back up here to the fourth, and old Burns hanging on right there in fifth. Ryan Chapman all by himself here in sixth. J.C. Evans, and him too. He's up there in seventh. Richie Coy there in eighth place. Lewis Meglin ninth. Dave Nestor pulling it up too. That wording was bad. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we got you. Oh, Joey Flanagan up here in the sixth. Brody Hanu, he's right there. He's done a good job. He's up 9 spots in 12th. As we're getting to the closing laps in this one. 13 to go here tonight at Atlanta. Joey McKinney unfortunately got that lap down back in 17th. Not the night that he wanted, but yeah, and then he had At 4 minutes. Oh yeah, he went off on in that infield for some reason. At 4 minutes on the pit road for some reason. Wow. I don't remember him hitting anything. It's been this man all night long. Bobby Terrell. Out front. Dominating. Leading the way here. Very good run, very good speed. Robert just sitting right there in second, along with Joe Flanagan up in third. I've enjoyed the race so far all night long with these guys. Nice. Oh, Bobby, out front. I'll say to Bobby, look, you can make it tonight. He has run a very perfect race here tonight. Gotten out front. You know, a testament, a lot of times see guys get dominating like this out front and they get marred in traffic and they can't come back through the field. He's done it not once but twice now. And so that just tells me he's had a good setup. Good fast truck here all night long. Gotta give my hats off. 13 spots though for this man. Pit strategy just a little bit short here for him, but still going to come out of here with a good finish. At least the top 3. And right now he's holding on to second. He can hold on for another 7 laps here with old Flanagan running him down. But up 13 spots. Pepto Joe here too. He's up 9. So another good run showing for him. That's pretty much going to be your top 3 unless these guys just hit the wall or something, because old John Paul Burns, he's about 4.5 seconds back here in fourth. Had a pretty good night too. He's up 2 spots. Marshall Johnson, been on the bounce back, get back up to 5th with Ryan Chapman up to 6th. J.C. Evans, he's falling back just a little bit though, 5 spots. He's back to 7th. Richie Coy back to 3. He's up to 8. Lewis Meglin up 4. He's in 9th. And Dave Nestor rounds the top 10. He's up 9 spots. So we've had some heavy movers all night long. But like you said, it's been this man. Put it on pole and been out front. Pretty much all. Oh, wait a minute. Caution. For what? All right, who spun? Yeah, this is going to mix it up. Don't tell me who the caution's on. I see somebody right there. 23. Oh, Brody. Brody spinning. What happened to him? And everybody coming on pit road. Oh, he hit the wall. Had it saved and then just came back up the track. Selected the Pennzoil machine. Overcorrected. Wow. Okay, Dave and Gracie did not pit. Darrell was able to get out front here with Robert. Hey, wow. So let's set this one up for you. You got Nestor and Grace. Okay, they're on pit road. Okay, never mind. I still think this is Bobby's. Robert's gotta go. Don Paul Burns beats Flanagan out of the pit road. He gets third. Yeah, Bobby's got to go. So does Robert. This is going to be green, white, checkered. Tip number 1. Woo! This makes it exciting. Alright, let's think game. I'm going to line them up. Side by side. Green, white, checkered. They'll take the green. If they make it around to the white, it's official. Oh yeah, everybody pitted. Everybody pitted. All the way back to 13th place. Actually back to 15th, so everybody pitted. Everybody 4 tires and fuel. Level playing field. This is about to get crazy. Green, white, checkered attempt number 1. Pace lights are out. Pace cars pulling off on pit road. Bobby Terrell up all night long.
Green, green, green.
He's got to get the jump of his life. He does. He needs Burns to battle with Melican back here in the back. Does not need him to clear him. Bobby Terrell, I think if he gets out front and gone, he is gone. John Paul Burns, though, I don't know if anybody's got anything for him, but look at Richie Coy. Oh, Joe Flanagan, man, right there. Uh-oh, got trucks in the back wrecking. Look out, Burns is trying.
The yellow flag.
Yellow flag, we're going for another one. All right, let's go back and watch. And I don't know what in the world they're doing back there. Got all that track, guys. Yeah. I don't know what Brody's doing. I mean, Brody caused the caution on his own and got into the 7, but then kind of caused that one too. So go back and watch again. Yeah, down and doors him a little bit. Doors the 7 again. Not sure what those two are mad about. They caused the caution before and they caused it again. Huh. Not sure why. But that put us in green, white, checkered attempt too. No Christmas presents between them two. What do you think about that, gaming? Not sure what Brody was mad over that one about. I don't know, maybe something was said over the radio. We don't hear all that stuff, but Brody got loose before, overcorrected, came back up on the 7 for the caution, but prior in there just came down and doored him. I'm not sure. Tempers. Gotta love it. Temper flaring. All right, Bobby got that jump that last time. Paul Burns was there. It was like, man, I had to run. I want another one. I want another crack at this thing. I don't blame him. All right, green, white, checkered. I think they only get 2 more. Atlanta's taking its toll. Well, I mean, yeah. Lights off on them. Nope, still on. All right, we're going to set to go back green here. Line them up side by side. Bobby out front. Burns now. I think Robert's got the place now. Got the preferred line. Pace car's in.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, look at Terrell, man. Oh, man. Bobby Terrell, he got going. He knows the importance here. Burns got to try to clear Robert. I don't think it's going to happen, but Bobby wants to see those guys battle. And I think it's all over with now. He's too far out. 3 wide for third. Here comes Ryan Chapman. But nobody's catching Bobby unless he slips up. Catching a white flag. Ryan Chapman's coming for second. On the inside here, Paul Burns. He's along with him. One more time. As Bobby's got this thing on lockdown. Down the back stretch, final time. He is too far out. He would have to slip big in 3 and 4. Ryan Chapman's nowhere near close enough. Can Robert Melican be able to pull it off here in third? Out of 4, it's going to be all Bobby. Going to win it. Brian Chapman's going to come home in second. And Robert Melican's going to bring her home in third. What a finish to this race here tonight, folks. Love it. All right, let's get a few of these guys up here and get a word with them. Robert, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Man, I tell you what, wild one there. Did you want to see those late cautions?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I had
know.
Second locked in.
Tough one here. I mean, I got to ask, though, right before a lot of those cautions, your tire wear. I mean, how bad was it going away? I mean, or how bad towards what Bobby had to what you had?
It wasn't terrible. I mean, I pitted, I think, 6 or 7 laps before Bobby. I think if I had pitted 2 or 3 later, I might have had something for him. Honestly, I was surprised I held Bobby inside as long as I did. I thought once he got to me, he would just blow by me, but I managed to put on a good race for the lead there, so I was happy about that.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, I was able to fight back, get back up to third, man, tonight. Had an all-around good night tonight here at Atlanta. You got anybody you want to thank for it?
Yeah, I just want to thank our sponsors. Where did that go? Let me pull it up before I forget. Yeah, I just want to thank Martin Sports, Elevated Outdoors, Victor Fuel, Nerditudes, Gums Auto and Napa, and Branded Country Music. And also all the guys at FTSR. They put on a great league for us. I want to thank you, the broadcaster, always giving us something to go back and watch. It's a great broadcast, so thank you for that. But yeah, just happy to put on a good race. I almost did a starting park. I have COVID right now, and I saw it was, I thought it was Darlington, and then I saw it was Atlanta, old Atlanta, so I was like, I gotta try it out, and if I'm running well, I'll stay in the race, and we ran well the whole time.
Oh, absolutely. There you go. That'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, Robert, again, congratulations on that third place.
Thank you.
Right, there we go. Robert, man, like you said, man, not feeling well, but hey, to make him feel a little bit better, he came home third. Let's bring Ryan up here. Ryan, you waiting in the booth? You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, you was able to pull off second place there, man. You were coming. I mean, do you think if you'd had a couple more laps, you'd have run him down?
Maybe if I had 1 or 2, but after that, Bobby was kind of on rails, so I really needed to get him on the short run, and maybe if I didn't miss my stall on pit road under the green flag conditions, we would have had a better shot, or spin out on that last pit stop. I don't know what happened, but my car just looped. But yeah, overall, it's a good race.
No doubt. Like you said, hey, for all that stuff that happened to you throughout the race, been on the battle back, get up to second. Man, you got anybody you want to thank for a good one?
Yeah, all of our sponsors, Martin Sports, Elevated Outdoors, Elevated Esports, also James Morris for building the set. The set was really good, so overall, happy with that. We actually had a new sponsor come on board. I don't have them on my truck yet, but I will soon. They're called Branded the Country Band. You can find them on Facebook. But yeah, just everyone over at Elevated Esports for all they do, and we're looking to continue this into the playoffs.
Absolutely. There you go. Second place man, Ryan Chapman. Well, this guy had him covered tonight. Bobby, Joy in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, I talk a lot sometimes when the guy dominates and then he gets marred back in traffic. Usually you see tell the two stories there, but you did it a couple times coming through the field. But was you right before all those cautions when you was trying to run down, I believe it was Ryan out there, was you a little worried you were going to maybe run out of time?
No, because I think they pitted like 8 to 10 laps before me, maybe. I can't remember exactly, but I was getting the leader's lap times, and mine was, half a second quicker, whatever. And it was, like I didn't get into the 33s till later in the run, and that was when I caught him, or caught Robert there. So, catching a guy is one thing, passing him is another. I always said, you can catch a guy, but then you have to pass him, and you got to try to pass him clean and set it up. And like I said, he'd go low, I'd go high, and he'd go high, and I'd go low. So, but it was fun. I mean, I had a blast, so.
Did you want to see those late race cautions?
No, I sure didn't want to see those because, like, the restarts are so, like, really sketchy because this is such a slick track. But I mean, I've done a lot of testing here just in general, just this track. I know they don't use it anymore, but it's so slick, and this has always been like my go-to track, to test with. So just because it is slick, old, all that stuff, but it's a really good raceable track, I think, because it's slick and it's a driver's track. You can go high, you can go low. So I mean, I really like the track a lot. And if you get a good set like Wayne built me, it was unreal.
Absolutely. His on rails tonight, showed it all night long, got the win. You got anybody you want to thank, Bobby?
Well, I got to thank my teammates for sure. Wayne for building the setup because it was an awesome setup. I mean, I didn't change. I think I changed maybe one thing on it, and that was it. And it was just like, it was good all night long. The track temp varied a lot. So when it went down, it was naturally, it was a little better. But then when it went up, it got a little slicker. But like I said, Wayne and TJ made one, Wayne made one, and I ended up going with Wayne's. So I got a shout out to those guys, for all the work they do. Wayne puts in a lot of testing on these things. So, yes, just a shout out to him. I couldn't do it without him. So, and then you in the booth, and then Brody and the admins for giving us a place to race, man. Good place to race.
Absolutely. It was a wild one tonight. Again, congratulations on that win there, Bobby.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. Well, folks, like you said, we saw some pit strategies. We saw some cautions. A little bit of fireworks on the track here, too. But all in all, domination from that man on Bobby Terrell all night long. Got a hot woman on the side, and he's got a hot, fast truck, too, here at Hot Atlanta. Well, for the Full Throttle Sim Racing and Sim Racing Points here tonight, we're going to leave you. Everyone, have a good night.